Right. So, welcome to our last topic for the purposive communication, and we are done with the purposive communication in workplace, and we've learned that there are things to um, consider when we are having a report, or what are the things that we need to remember when we will be having a business reports and also conducting an interview also, and how to write a memorandum. For the last topic, this is purposive for academic purposes. So, when we talk about academic, it has something to do with the research. So, our last topic is about research. And in the last topic, we will be dealing with the introduction of the research and the academic texts. Also, we will be familiarizing ourselves with the APA format and the references, and also plagiarism if we still have time. So, when we talk about research, this is very familiar with you. You have your research 1 and 2, practical research in your senior high school. When we talk about research, it has two separate meanings. No, we can have the prefix re and then the word search. No, when we talk about re, it means again, and when we talk about search, it means to look in for something. Thus, when we combine these terms, it can be incorporated into looking for something again. This is something that was done before, and as a researcher, you have to work again in order to improve that certain kind of study or a certain work. So when we talk about research, it is an organized way of finding new ideas from existing knowledge with the help of useful tools that will lead to discovering new and useful concepts in order to improve the quality of life. The only purpose of having this research is, of course, to find solutions to the problem, as well as finding or improving the quality of life. If you have remembered during the time when we have no laptops, no, it is very difficult for us to communicate with one another when we are living in far-flung areas. No? So, with the help of the research and technology, um, they made a way, no, to improve the quality of life, to improve the quality of communication, and that is the work of the research. So, what are the aims of the research? Aside from its goal, it is to improve the quality of life, and research has the following aims. It can be verified that now once it was believed that the Earth is center of the solar system, but it was later changed when the explorer Nicholas Copernicus conducted the research and proposed that the sun is the center of the solar system. So this theory was further verified by Galileo Galilei through his observation of his telescope. Meaning to say, it is a verification of the existing knowledge. It is an improvement of a certain knowledge. It's an add-on of the things that we know already. However, it will give us a clearer picture and clearer ideas when we are having this kind of data. So when we talk about the aims, it is verifying or proving the truthfulness of the existing theories, whether it's correct or not, because there are some theories that are not yet proven, um, still and under debate, debatable facts. No? So the work of the research is to improve that theory and turn that into a certain law. And universal law means it is a true or a truth um, all over the world. No? So this may lead to the development of new ideas, strengthen a current knowledge, or debunk a theory. Now, the acquisition of new knowledge is also the work of the research. If research can strengthen the truthfulness of the theory, it can also bring forth new ideas regarding the theory or even create a new theory at all, no? Or different uh, kind of knowledge, uh, which is not an existing knowledge. No, it is a total different new knowledge. We must start on our interest. This interest comes when we know what to do and what stirs up our interest. The problems that we may encounter in the society. For example, if you're interested in technology, what are the things that can improve in your society with the help of your research in the interest under the, the technology? Or if you're interested in social welfare, what are the things that you need to uh, research on to improve the welfare and the well-being of your community? So that always starts in the interest of the researcher. Now, from what we have experienced, our topic of interest become from our own experiences, from simple questions that we ask as we go about our life to complex things that we are amused with. These are the things that we can start with, and a fisherman or a fisher grower can develop the most effective way to grow fish because he is exposed to these things. Or from what we have read, no, uh, the things that we have read or captured our curiosity, or start thinking of research topic by reading. There are some things that might catch our attention while we are reading, or something that we enjoy doing. Most of the researchers were like to seek answers from the questions that they have based from the things that they have enjoyed doing. For instance, you may want to survey views of people about the issues because you enjoyed what you are doing, or from what caught your attention. No? So there are cases when we have encountered something which suddenly draws our attention to it. From there, we can formulate questions as to how these things become possible and how the thing is able to do this and etc. This can be the basis to start our investigation. Now, when we identify our research topic, we have to broaden our knowledge, about this interest so that we can choose a topic related to this. And we need to read, ask, and observe. No? By reading the articles and by reading the publications regarding our interest. And also, you can ask questions that might help you gather more ideas in other perspectives. Also, observe things around that might help us experience different things about this interest. We can also identify a research topic based on the following: the current events or emerging ideas, problems that require solution, product that may be tested, reports about what scientists are working on, problems encountered when using new technology, and specific needs for certain community. Now, in selecting a research topic, we may also, but not solely, consider following factors. Some of the factors we may consider are the personal factors. These factors related to our experiences, professional qualifications, and expertise, motivation, intellectual curiosity, perceptiveness of the researcher, time element, and benefit and hazard. Also, we can consider the external factors that includes uniqueness, novelty, importance, value of the research, critical mass availability of data and materials, and the department or unit where the research is to be undertaken, or ethical consideration. When we narrow down our topic, you have to um, make sure that it always starts in a general, going to specific. So when you identify a topic, it's time to narrow it down from the broad topic to a specific topic. You need to read further and find as many information as possible. regarding the topic that you have identified. Always remember that these things now, what is current and what is new, because the moment when the topic is not fresh or is not novel, no, this might become not valid or void already, no, because of what is current and new is a must when we are having a research, no, or topic. Recommendation of researchers who have conducted similar studies and what has already been studied and new ways of gathering data. Now, the elements of the research title might um, be an aim or the purpose, the topic or subject matter, place or locale. So, when we talk about aim, it is a problem statement that should imply the purpose of conducting the study. The topic or subject matter, the problem statement should contain the topic or interest of the researcher, and place or locale, the problem statement should imply the particular study will be taken. Also, the period, this implies the time and how long it will take, to finish the research. And also the population of the respondents. The population of the respondents are very important because it should uh, the data should come from them, no? Uh, their answers are valuable for you to get all the necessary data that you need in order to analyze what is your study about. Okay, so that's about the research introduction. Now let's move on to the plagiarism in the APA format when we do our research. The second part of our discussion is about citation, and we must follow the certain APA format. These are the citations that we need in order to have our review of related literature. Still in the chapter one, when we are already doing our research. Once we know our topic already and start our uh, chapter chapter one, after the problem was identified, the research locale was identified, all the terms that uh, were defined already. You have to get all the review of related literature related to the topic that you have chosen in the research, no? And to do that, there are proper citations, no? When we are giving credit to the owner and sources. It is not only citing only the name of the person, but there are formats that we need to familiarize with. And in Sila Institute, we are using this APA format, no? I think we are already in the fifth edition. So when we talk about citation, this is an author-oriented. It starts with the surname of the author and followed by the year of publication in the parentheses. Verbs like believes, posits, emphasizes, or etc. may be used to begin the sentence. Okay, so the example here, no, we have Medell 2010 that is enclosed in a parenthesis. Posits that people are more honest when they are physically tired. It is the reason that people confess during conversation at night. So that's how you do an author-oriented citation. Of course, this statement is already paraphrased, no? Because at the moment when you get only the the word by word, no, that will fall into plagiarism already. So what you need to do is to change the ideas into your own, but the same idea is still um, being conveyed in your statement in your RRL. No? Now we also have text-oriented citation. These are it begins in the paragraph or sentence. And then the surname of the author and the year of publication is enclosed in the parentheses. This is commonly um, seen in the in-text citations, no? Or the citations when we get the paraphrased content of the author. So, example here, we have the paraphrase sentence. Human behavior studies suggest that a person who loses their cell phone experiences a panic similar to a near-death experience. Who said that? No, so you have to enclose that. That is according to Medell, comma 2012. So that will be your text-oriented citation. Now there is another way of using citation, or it starts in the sentence or paragraph, and it use the words according to followed by the name of the author, the year publication, which is includes in parentheses, same as the text-oriented citation. However, it is used in the beginning of the paraphrased uh, literature. No? So you might as well use the words according to or cited by. So in an example here, now we use according to Medell 2001. That is enclosed in parentheses, comma, depression is the cause of overthinking. Mind creates problem that didn't even exist. Now, if you notice, the year here is only enclosed in the parentheses and not to the word, the last name of Medel, no? Because that is uh, using the the surname, no, as the primary uh, idea of the sentence. Unlike the text-oriented citation, it is enclosed together with the last name or the surname and comma followed by the year publication enclosed in a parenthesis. So please notice the difference between the text-oriented citation and the beginning of using the in-text citation. Okay, so the next thing is that when you use images, movies, and music as citation in your research, because some of the journals uses images, movies, and music, no? Or even in articles, no, they're using these images and movies and music. It's not proper that you only cite the name of the author and that's it. So there are general rules that the author and artist or title of the work um, must be included in the citation. Now, here is an example of one Lunas Polarium in 1884. When using this picture, this is very famous, this is very controversial, this is very um, uh, top of the town during the time. It is inspired by several artists in music creative writing to produce works related to this powerful painting. No? You can use an example number one, or you can use the example number two, citing the year when it was produced or made, no? Then followed by the last name of and the name of the last name and the name of the artist. No? So you can use example number one, which uses the last name, the title, and the year enclosed by the parentheses. Or you can use the example number two using the date first, and then the last name, and then the title of the the work, presented the different aspects of Philippine life. Or you can do that. Now, in using videos, you can use uh, the the director's last name, and then the year when it was produced, and then the title of the movie. Or you can use the title of the movie, close parenthesis, last name, comma, or followed by the year when it was played in the theater, no? Or it was released in the public. No? So after that, you can um, follow by um, your paraphrased caption. So it's an epic action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the Titanic. Or you can use shows that most luxury ship, which carries 1,500 people to their death. Okay. Now, in music, you can use the album title or the song title, and then followed by the year it was released, and then features Taylor Swift and Brandon Urie, the artist, and then described as embracing someone's individuality. Or you can have a different caption for that. Or you can use the example number two. Taylor Swift and Brandon Urie wrote the song "Me," enclose the date in a parenthesis, the year when it was produced, which is nominated in the Teen Choice Awards. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, what are the difference between the reference and citation? When we talk about the difference between the citation and the reference, this is only to avoid plagiarism. So you must include the in-text citation when we refer to summarize, paraphrased, or quotations, just like note-taking strategies from other source. For every in-text citation of your paper, there must be a corresponding entry of the reference list. So that will fall into the in-text citations and the citations 1, 2, and 3, the things that we discussed earlier. Now, these are the difference when we talk about citation and reference. Um, when we talk about citations found inside the text, and when we talk about the reference found in the last page, that will include in the appendices. No? And then it includes three items for the citation. Always remember when we talk about citation, there's only the author's name, the year of publication, and even the page or location of the publication. And then we use the APA format. We also have the different format, which is the MLA, which is used in language researches. But for us, no, in Sila Institute, we are using the APA format since we are only using the social research pedagogy. No? So that the example for that is National Geographic, 2017, or in closing parentheses, and then we also have close parentheses, Medel, 2017, or you may include the page number, just like P.42. Unlike the references, it has a lot of things to do. No? You have to get the names of the author, the year of publication, the full title of the source, the place of publication, the publisher, and also if you're using the internet source, you can get that into the URL or the page or the web page. No? Same as the APA format. Um, if you are familiar with the last pages of the researches, you can find the APA format with the last pages in the appendices or references. So that's the difference between citation and the reference. I hope you learned something today. So see you on the exam day. Thank you very much for being with us for the past 2 months, 3 months. Okay, God bless everyone.